You know what your problem is? You want to be liked. You want them to look at you and smile. You crave it, beg for it. Look at me, you scream with every move you make. But here's the thing, kid. They don't really want to see you. Nah. They want to see the version of you that makes them feel good. The version that fits into their little box, their cozy little world, where everything makes sense. But the second you show them the real you, the raw, unpolished, ugly truth, they can't take it. They run. They hate. They call you a freak, a failure, a monster. And you know why? Because you are their worst nightmare. You're what they're all hiding from. You've got all these feelings, this anger, this hurt, this mess of things you can't explain, right? But guess what, kid? So do they. The only difference is, you got the guts to live it. You show the world what they shove down deep inside themselves every day. You make them uncomfortable and they can't handle it. They ain't ready for someone who doesn't play by the rules. Someone who ain't afraid to say, hey, I'm broken, but I'm still here. They want perfect. They want easy. They want fake. Let me tell you something about life, kid. It's cruel. It's twisted. You ever wonder why the world's always kicking you when you're down? Because that's the only time people can feel big, when they see someone weaker than them. And when you're strong, when you rise from the ashes, they can't handle that either. So they try to bring you back down. They laugh in your face, spit in your direction. They tell you, you'll never make it. You're not enough. Who do you think you are? But that's where it gets interesting, see? That's where the real game starts. Because when they see that you don't break, when they see that you're still standing there, bloodied, bruised, but smiling, they panic. They can't believe it. How is this person still going? They ask themselves. Because in their mind, they would have given up. They would have curled up in a ball and quit. But not you, huh? You're something different, something real. But here's the kicker. They'll never admit it. Nope. They'll keep on hating, keep on pretending you don't matter. Because admitting that you scare them, that you make them feel small, that means they'd have to face their own demons. And that's something they just ain't ready for. You ever feel like you're all alone out there? No matter what you do, no one sees you? Good. That's how it's supposed to be. Because when you stop caring about what they think, you find a whole different kind of power. The kind that don't need their approval, the kind that don't need their love, or their praise, or their damn sympathy. You walk your path. You decide what's right and what's wrong. But don't get it twisted, kid. This road, it's a lonely one. It's dark. It's ugly. You'll lose friends, family, people you thought would be with you forever. But that's just the price you gotta pay. People think strength is about muscles, or money, or power. Nah. Strength is standing there when everyone else turns their back. Strength is showing them the real you, even when it scares the hell out of them. And trust me, it will scare them. Because deep down, people are terrified of the truth. They're terrified of someone who doesn't need them. Someone who can walk through fire and come out the other side still breathing. You want to know the secret? The real secret to life? It's not about winning. It's not about success. It's about surviving. It's about making it through the chaos, the pain, the heartbreak, and still being able to look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm still here. And when they see you're still standing, that's when they'll really hate you. Because they couldn't do it. They couldn't survive what you survived. They couldn't walk through the fire and keep their soul intact. You're going to lose things. People. Places. Parts of yourself you thought were essential. But in the end, you'll realize none of that mattered. What matters is that you keep going. What matters is that you show them. You show them that no matter how hard they try to break you, you're unbreakable. They won't understand you. They won't love you. They won't want you. And that's okay. Because you don't need them. You never did. What you need is to keep going. To keep pushing. To show them that when they thought you were done, that was just the beginning. You think this world owes you something, huh? Like, maybe, if you just keep being a good little soldier, playing by the rules, working your 9 to 5, that somehow, it's all gonna pay off. Nah, kid. That's the biggest joke of all. The game's rigged. It's always been rigged. From the second you were born, they had a plan for you. Oh, you didn't know that. Yeah, they got it all figured out. They slap a number on you, put you in a system, tell you what's right and what's wrong, and then they sit back and watch you dance. And you do it. Like a good little puppet. Yes, sir. No, sir. Trying to get ahead, trying to be something in their eyes. You spend your whole damn life waiting for that validation, that pat on the head, that little moment when someone says, hey, you made it. You're one of us now. But guess what? It ain't coming. They don't want you at the table. They never did. The second you get close to being real, the second you start seeing things for what they really are, they'll shut you out. Push you aside, laugh at you like you're the punchline to some cosmic joke. But here's the twist, kid. You are the punchline. We all are. You see, life's just one big, sick joke. And the sooner you get that through your thick skull, the sooner you can stop playing by their rules and start making your own. Oh, I know what you're thinking. You think I'm crazy, don't you? Joker's lost his mind again, spouting off nonsense. But look at me. Look at this face. Do I look like someone who's kidding? That's the thing about being real, about showing them the true you. They don't know what to do with it. It terrifies them. All their little games, all their lies and masks, they crumble when they face someone who doesn't need them. You think people admire honesty? Huh? Think they appreciate truth? Hell no. Truth scares them. It's ugly. It's painful. They've spent their whole lives building this fake world to hide in. And when you rip that veil off and show them the mess underneath, they can't take it. They'll lash out. They'll call you the villain. Why? Because you had the balls to live in the chaos they've been running from all their lives. Let me tell you a little story. Kid, there was this guy, right? Lived his whole life trying to make everyone happy. Did everything right. Got the job, the house, the white picket fence, the whole damn package. But there was something wrong. See? Something in his head that kept gnawing at him. He felt it, deep down, that none of it mattered. All that success, all that praise, it was hollow. So one day, he stops pretending, stops smiling, stops playing by their rules. He decides he's gonna live for himself for once. You know what happens next? They turn on him. All those friends, gone. Family, doesn't want to know him. Co-workers, laughing behind his back. The guy's left with nothing. Nothing but the cold, hard truth of who he really is. And guess what? That's when he's finally free. Free from their expectations. Free from their judgment. Free from the bullshit they spoon-fed him his whole life. But here's the thing. Freedom, real freedom, it's a lonely road, kid. It's not all rainbows and sunshine. Most people can't handle it. They need the cage. They need the illusion of safety, the comfort of knowing they're doing what's right in someone else's eyes, but not you. Now, I can see it in your eyes. You're like me. You were born for chaos, born for the dark. And once you embrace that, once you stop giving a damn about what they think, what they want, what they need you to be, that's when you really start living. But hey, don't get me wrong, it ain't easy. You're gonna lose a lot along the way. Friends, family, everything you thought mattered. It's gonna hurt like hell. But pain is good. It reminds you you're still alive. They won't understand you, and that's okay. Let them talk. Let them laugh. Let them hate. They're just scared of what you represent. Someone who doesn't need their approval to exist. Someone who's not afraid to show the world their scars, their pain, their ugly truth. And when they see you still standing after all the crap they throw your way, that's when they'll know. That's when they'll realize they can't break you. But here's the trick. Don't give them the satisfaction of thinking they ever could. You take every hit, every insult, every bit of pain they throw your way, and you turn it into fuel. You use it. Let it burn inside you until it's the fire that keeps you going. Because at the end of the day, it's not about winning their game or proving them wrong. It's about surviving. It's about making it through this messed up, brutal world with your head held high and your soul intact. And when they look back and see that you're still there, still standing after everything, that's when you've won. You're gonna hurt. You're gonna cry. You're gonna scream at the sky and wonder why the hell life is so damn unfair. But don't you ever, ever let them see you break. Because that's what they want. They want to see you fall apart to confirm their little lie that people like you can't survive in their world. But you're not like them. You're stronger. You've got something they'll never have. The courage to face the darkness inside you and still keep moving forward. You ever sit there and wonder, why? Why the hell does everything hurt so damn much? You see, kid, that's where most people stop. They feel the pain, and they freeze. They get stuck, trapped in their own misery, just going through the motions, hoping one day it'll just disappear, but it doesn't. It never does. That pain, that's life, baby. That's the real stuff right there. People want to run from it, numb it, drown it out with distractions, with all their shiny toys and empty smiles. But what they don't get is that pain. That's what makes you alive. That's the price you pay for being human. They all think they're safe in their little bubbles, their perfect lives, but deep down, they're scared out of their minds, terrified that one day, that bubble's gonna pop, that the real world's gonna come crashing in, and they won't know what to do. But not you. Nah. You've been living in that storm since day one. You felt it, tasted it, every single damn day. And the beauty of it is, you survived. You didn't run, you didn't hide. You took every hit, every bruise, every scar, and you're still standing. You're tougher than they'll ever be. You've seen the world for what it really is. Ugly, cruel, unforgiving, and yet, here you are, breathing. That's more than most people can say. But here's the thing, kid, that's not enough. Just surviving, that's the bare minimum. Anyone can survive if they're lucky enough, or if they're willing to become another cog in the machine. What I'm talking about, that's a whole different ball game. I'm talking about thriving, about taking that pain, that anger, that fear, and turning it into something unstoppable. You want to know why they fear you? Why they keep trying to bring you down, keep trying to make you fit into their little boxes? It's because they see what you could become if you ever really unleashed all that energy inside you. They see the potential for chaos, for real, unchained power, and it scares the living hell out of them. Because once you stop caring about their rules, their expectations, their pathetic little judgments, you become a wild card. You become dangerous. And people hate what they can't control. You ever notice how they only cheer for you when you're down? Yeah, they'll pat you on the back when you're broken, when you're crying, when you're just another victim in their world. They love that. They eat it up because it makes them feel better about themselves. But the second you start rising, the second you start putting yourself back together and fighting back, oh no, they can't have that. They'll do everything in their power to knock you back down. Because in their eyes, you're supposed to stay down. You're supposed to be a reminder that the world is a cruel place, and they're the ones lucky enough to avoid the worst of it. But when you rise, when you stand tall, with all your scars on display, not ashamed, not broken, but stronger than before, that's when they start to panic, because you're proof that they're wrong. You're proof that pain doesn't have to destroy you. It can make you invincible, but it's not going to be easy, kid. It's never easy. Every step you take towards your own freedom, towards your own power, is gonna hurt like hell. You're gonna feel like you're being torn apart. You're losing everything you ever cared about, and maybe you are, but that's the cost of becoming something greater than they ever wanted you to be. People will walk out of your life, trust me on that. The ones who can't handle your truth, your strength, your unbreakable will, they'll leave, and you're gonna want to chase after them. You're gonna want to beg them to stay, to accept you, to love you for who you are. But don't you dare. You stand tall. You let them leave. Because the people who can't handle the real you, they were never meant to stay. They were just there to show you what you don't need. See, kid, I've been there. I've walked through the same fires. Hell, I live in those flames. And you know what I've learned? The people who matter, the ones who'll stick by you through it all, they don't care about your flaws. They don't care about your darkness. They love you for it. Because they see it too. They see that same darkness in themselves. And they respect that you've had the guts to face it. That's rare, you know? Most people, they spend their whole lives running from themselves, afraid of what they'll find if they dig too deep, afraid of the monsters hiding under the surface. But you've looked those monsters dead in the eyes, and you've walked right through them. You've made it to the other side, and that's what makes you dangerous. That's what makes you unstoppable. You want to know the real secret? The thing that separates people like us from the rest of the world? It's not strength. It's not intelligence. It's not even power. It's will. The will to keep going when everything around you is falling apart. The will to stand tall when the whole damn world is trying to knock you down. The will to say, I don't care what you think. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. I'm not going anywhere. Most people, they crumble at the first sign of trouble. They fold under pressure. But not you. You've got something inside you, something that refuses to quit, refuses to break, and that scares the hell out of them. You're gonna be tested, kid. Again and again and again. Life's gonna throw everything it's got at you, trying to break you, trying to make you give up. But you won't. You can't. Because deep down, there's something bigger waiting for you on the other side. Something worth fighting for. You want to show them the real you? The you they can't handle? Then you don't just survive. You thrive. You rise from the ashes of their expectations and their limitations, and you become something they could never even imagine. They won't know what to do with you. They'll try to tear you down, break your spirit, crush your dreams. But here's the thing, kid. They can't destroy what they don't understand. And they will never, ever understand you. So let them try. Let them hate. Let them fear. It doesn't matter. Because in the end, you're the one who's gonna come out on top. You're the one who's gonna walk through the fire and come out stronger on the other side. And when they see that, when they realize they couldn't break you, that's when they'll finally understand just how dangerous you really are.